Hello RageQuitters, this is Greg's and here is our video review of Tripwire and Antimatter Games' first person tactical multiplayer shooter Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. But before we kick things off, we just got a little surprise for you, a little history lesson in the way Tripwire came about. And who better to give us that history lesson than Alan Wilson, the VP of Tripwire. I'll let him do the talking.
Good morning, RageQuitters. Hi guys, this is Alan Wilson, Vice President of Tripwire Interactive. Here's a quick bit of history, if I could do it quickly, of Tripwire and the Red Orchestra series and things for you. We started out as a mod team way back 2002 to 2003, creating the first Red Orchestra mod. We got involved in the NVIDIA $1 million Make Something Unreal contest, and kind of shocked ourselves to start with by winning phase 2, phase 3, phase 4 and the grand finals. Unfortunately, we didn't win $1 million in cash. I mean, that would have been really nice, but that wasn't the deal. We won about, I think it was about 50 grand, but the key bit was the Unreal licenses. We got the license to Unreal 3. We started the company itself in early 2005 and used the licenses that we'd won in the Make Something Unreal contest to build Red Orchestra 1, Red Orchestra Ostfront 41-45, which was one of the first non-Valve properties released on Steam in about March 2006, and that went shockingly well. We were very pleasantly surprised by that. And we went on supporting that for 2 or 3 years afterwards, with extra content, new maps, new weapons, all that sort of stuff. After that, we got rolling on, surprisingly, RO2, Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad. We took a slight detour to produce a little thing called Killing Floor in 2009, delicious. But that aside, we did RO2 in October 2011 from memory. That went on to win PC Gamer's Multiplayer Game of the Year, and we took some of the best modders from RO1 and helped them build a team to build what became Rising Storm, which was released as the Pacific variant of Red Orchestra 2, that was released on May 30th, 2013. And again, that also picked up awards for Multiplayer Game of the Year, so we really enjoyed that. We took a little bit more time out to build Killing Floor 2, which was released last year. Finally released in November 2016. But alongside that, because we're now big enough to manage more than one project at a time, we were also building Rising Storm 2 Vietnam with Antimatter Games, AMG. They set up some of the guys who were working on the original Rising Storm back in about 2012 and into 2013, and they set up as an independent developer over in the UK. So we've been working with them for the last 2.5 years to get Rising Storm 2 Vietnam together, which released amusingly on the 4-year anniversary of the first Rising Storm, May 30th of 2017. And I have to say we're really proud of it. There's a ton of updates coming for it. It's sold really well. We're thoroughly enjoying it. Looks like the player base is thoroughly enjoying it. And trust me, there's a lot to come. Thanks for listening.
Good morning, Vietnam! This is Blackbeard.
This is Greg's.
This is the Nuts Nuts.
And welcome to Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. Before we kick things off, just want to say a massive thank you to Alan Wilson for taking time out of his busy schedule to give us a brief history of how Tripwire was formed and all the projects that were worked on. Cheers again, thank you very much. So without further ado, let's get on with the review. Oh, that actually rhymed. So let's take a look at the interface and what options we've got. So as you can see, we've got a nice server browser here. You've got the favourites, you've also got LAN support, which is a dying breed these days in games, which is also good to play on the LAN with your buddies, which is also brings me on to the next part of the tutorials. So you've got two form of tutorials. You've got the video tutorials, which goes through all the aspects of the game, from movement to combat to the actual gameplay modes themselves. You've got skirmish, territories, and what's the other one? Supremacy. That's the one. So as you can see, the tutorials play out in a YouTube video, which integrates nicely into Steam. So that's a good little feature. You've also got free play options, so you can actually go through and play the helicopter maps and also have a blast on the gun range. As you can see, I wasn't very high level in this particular video because, well, I wasn't very good, to be honest. But I'm level 4 now, so.
Well, it's not. You're not very good. It's just it can be. Take your time to be. Well, you have to invest. You have to invest your time into it, don't you?
You do indeed. Which brings you on to the gameplay. What do you think about the gameplay in terms of how the game actually plays, the mechanics? I like the movement. The camera sways with basically every interaction, like mantling, going prone, crouching, actually looking around. Your whole body seems to move when your gun sways and stuff like that. There's a lot of nuance to the way you move in the game.
I may be lacking in terminology, but it feels a bit more raw or bare bones. I don't know, not bare bones. It's a bit more rigid, whereas other first-person shooters out there are a bit more fluid, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It gives it a bit more sense of realism to it.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel cartoony.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like you look at Battlefield or even Call of Duty, it's very...
Yeah.
It feels very automated, and you get a lot of assistance, whereas this is basically every action requires an action from myself, if you know what I mean. So it's there's a lot of... It's down to, like you say, raw input from yourself. One thing I didn't particularly like was the mantling system. It's not clear straight away what you can mantle, because sometimes you get the prompt, sometimes you don't. If it's blocked by a piece of scenery, something flickers on and off a little bit, so that was a bit of an annoyance. But thankfully, it didn't happen very often, so that's minor complaint, but nothing game breaking. As you can see now, we're looking at the classes. There are 10 classes to choose from. There's plenty of unlocks, there's plenty of progress to be had, so enough to keep you playing for a fair while. The way the game handles classes is great. As you can see, you are limited to how many classes you can have per game, which is fantastic. You don't have the problem that Battlefield has, where you basically got a map full of snipers. In this game, it just totally break the game, because it's basically a one-shot deal with the snipers. You get taken out, which is, as we mentioned in the beta, it's a very impactful, almost disturbing effect when you get headshotted. Very memorable.
Definitely.
Yeah. The graphics, as you can see, I'm not sure if it's me, but they appear to have had a bit of an upgrade from the beta. And I'm going to reference the beta quite a lot, because we did invest a significant amount of time in the beta, which was most enjoyable. But I don't know about you, but some maps do seem to have had a bit of a pass.
Yeah, it felt like they've had a brush over, definitely. You can just tell by the video we have here that's, I feel like I noticed a difference from when we were on the beta. The polish.
Yeah, polish, yeah. And since this video has gone live, there's actually been a massive update to the game. I think it was about 1.5 gig update, which fixed a lot of bugs, added a few new features and stuff, which is good to know. And they'll also be supporting the game going forward, and also bringing out a load of new content, which is good. The grass looks better as well. The foliage in general looks better. It doesn't look as bright, from what I can remember from, again, referencing the beta, but it's good to reference the beta, just so we've got some lasting memories of it, and just to sort of compare it to how the actual retail product turned out.
I can't remember which mode we were playing here, but I remember being in one of those particular sessions where I went into the enemy area and I couldn't tell. I advanced through the map to try and just take them by surprise, but it told me I was out of my play zone and I needed to retreat. But it was the area where they were coming from. So looking at the map and any indicators, it didn't really tell me that until I was there. It might just me not knowing what I was doing, being a complete noob. But I didn't have any indicators telling me straight away that I was approaching somewhere I shouldn't be. But I guess that, like I say, it could be down to me not knowing what mode we were playing at the time.
Yeah.
There's something strange.
Yeah, so there's only a handful of maps on Reach. I think there's like maybe 8 maps. So it's like 2 or 3 for each game mode, but they're absolutely massive. The maps are massive, and the way and the game actually performs. I don't know about how it performed on your rig, but on my rig it performed quite well at 1080p with all the details up. It was
same.
Yeah, felt quite smooth, fluid, very little lag. Good netcode. I mean, it's Unreal Engine 3, so I mean the netcodes had a lot of time to mature. So yeah, as you can see, the suppressing effects on the screen and the smoke, and it's just so atmospheric. I was actually cowering the corner there, and I was absolutely crapping myself because there was so much going on. Really, really atmospheric, really tense.
I think when you're being suppressed, it really changes the dynamics of the game because you can't feel. Well, it does. It puts you down in a corner. You can't feel adventurous and feel like you can run out and either fight your way out by shooting or run for more cover. You kind of just feel like you need to keep your head down whilst this blows over, and the distortion that you get on your screen for that to calm down.
Look at the smoke effects. It's just really nice. It does help as well. It's like I'd have never have dreamt of running over that street again, knowing that we're under fire. I'd have just used the smoke for cover, but as you can see, I'm tied. Look, pinned down again. I just nailed him. Just nailed him. Also, disappointment that you can't interact with the pool balls. So that's a mark down for the game. You can't interact with the pool balls. Just joking. But yeah, I think this is one of my favourite maps. It was absolutely chaotic. Somebody was bringing in napalms and choppers flying around and stuff, and it was just absolutely chaotic. Sadly, didn't get an opportunity to fly a chopper. I did fly it in the train. It handles pretty much the same as the beta. So yeah, it was. Once you
that
get
was something. Sorry.
Sorry.
The napalm, was the napalm on the beta?
Yes.
Right. I only experienced the napalm when it was close on this particular session we did.
Right.
And that was very impactful when you see it all going up around you. And you can use. I think you can just catch the well, what they call grenades, missiles coming down with the napalm in them. You can see them falling down from the sky.
Yeah. So all this destruction, I'm not sure if this is pre-made or if it's actually a result of the place being shelled. I don't know if it's real-time destruction. I know there's an element of destruction in the game, which is quite cool. It's like I saw a couple of like Vietnamese huts being destroyed. You know, the place was on fire. Again, I didn't witness it being destroyed, but I think it was destroyed as part of the bombing, which is pretty cool. So I know I know it doesn't have the same amount of destruction as the Battlefield games, but it's still pretty cool. Bear in mind that Tripwire and Antimatter are not massive studios, and it's certainly got more realism than Call of Duty and Battlefield combined. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that happens a lot. I'm sure it happened a lot to all of us.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and also bandaging as well. It's crucial to bandage if you get hit, and my heart was pounding at this particular point. I would just bandage. I hope it don't come around and shoot me. Although I'll probably get shot a couple of minutes later, but it just adds so much to attention. That was you. You killed me there.
Me.
It was. It was.
I was hunting the VC out.
Yeah. Yeah, you got me a good one there. So yeah, there's absolutely tons of weapons, tons of gadgets. I like the way the squad system works as well. Like I can actually dig in the trenches as the Viet Cong and essentially create spawn points for your squads. And your teammates.
That's when you put the tunnel down, is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. Quite unique, actually, in that sense.
It is.
Yeah. I love the shadows as well. The shadows in this game are really nice as well.
I can imagine the tunnel will be a real game changer.
Yeah.
If it's put in the right place.
Definitely. Definitely will be spending more time on this game just to get all my skills up and get better at it, you know, and see what other unlocks there are. Looks pretty good. I love the machine gunner. It's pretty cool. I love how you can actually, it automatically puts the tripod on the surface when you press your aim button. That's really cool. See how
like you mentioned earlier how that can be catchy sometimes, where you don't always get prompted to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it actually prompts you to do it. It prompts me to mantle, but I think the placement of the tripod is automatic. It just detects if the surface is at a particular height. It just does it automatically. But you can attach items to your weapons as well, like bayonets and stuff like that. It's pretty damn cool.
Those huts on fire there, are they an example of what you think may have been a result of the fight we're in?
Yeah.
Or do you think they're place models?
I think they can be destroyed, I think. I'm sure somebody will confirm that. Yeah, I just avenge Mutt's nuts there. Let's make sure he's dead. This bit I absolutely loved. I mean, look at all the debris, all the dirt. Yeah, really, really cool. Look at that. That's good control. He's obviously been a bit of a pilot. Look at that. That's brilliant. Oh. Yeah, this was a very tense. Look at the wind affecting the foliage as well. It's brilliant.
That is impressive. I'd not seen that.
Yeah, and the shadows as well. Yeah, sadly I didn't get to play as a scout. What did you dislike about the game, man?
Me? Getting my ass kicked. It's I enjoy the game and I enjoy playing it. I just want to be better at it. But obviously, you know, you need to invest time in that.
Yeah.
But they're just, you can get caught off guard rather quickly. It's just a lack of skill. I can't find anything I didn't like about the game because the audio is fantastic. I always get impressed with the audio.
Yeah, it is.
It really, you get immersed with it, as we've mentioned before, and creates a real sense of panic, especially when you're suppressed and everything.
Yeah. And the headshots, as we've mentioned before, they're just absolutely
perfectly done. I've never played a game that does that, and I've always wondered, you know, that would be a key way of creating that impact of a headshot.
Yeah,
it is brilliant.
So I imagine that's what it's like. It's just blackness. You're just dead.
Yeah,
and with the effect, it's dramatic, and it's like wow, that was definitely
dramatic.
No, there's absolutely no mistake in how you were killed either. It's like a headshot. That's it. You're dead.
It's you just kind of throw your hands up in the air and you're just like, wow, okay, wow, that's me out. Yeah. You don't even bother to question, well, where's my kill cam? I want to know who did it. It's just that you received a headshot. You've been bad enough to have your head stuck out long enough, so just accept the loss.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my only, I won't even say it's a complaint. It's just it's a hardcore game. I mean, we were playing on normal, but I'm fairly sure there is a hardcore mode in the game. I've noticed as well that there's certain servers only have certain classes as well, so it is moddable as well as the game, fully moddable, which is great. There's already custom maps out for it, which is cool. I think we actually played on a custom map. I can't remember which one it was, but we definitely downloaded and connected to a modded server, which is cool.
We did, yeah.
So that's good. There's going to be some interesting mods, some maps and game modes and weapons and God knows what coming from the community, because that's the way it works, especially on PC. I'm not sure if this game's getting a console release. I pretty much doubt it. I don't know. But as you can see, as I do a camera view of the map, you just see how big it is and how intricate all the details are. I mean, bear in mind all this. There is an underground network here as well, which is damn cool. Must have taken a lot of crafting.
This map is my least favourite for the reason that it's the most I get my ass kicked. Every time I step round a corner or put my head up outside of the trenches, you don't last long. This one.
That's true. Which is your favourite game mode? I think mine has to be skirmish. It's like it's basically a point system. You've got to basically exhaust all the enemies' respawn points. And if they can't respawn, then that's it. You've won. Pretty much. That's how I understand it. I think I like this mode because it's simpler. You know, I think there are control points as well in it as well, and you just got to stop your enemy respawning.
For me, I think it's supremacy. That's where you capture the points that bridge together, link up. I think it's yeah. I like that one mainly because it gives you a sense of a goal you need to try and achieve, and it can also promote good teamwork. You know, I think in the previous map that we were just showing, we were looking to flank and go around to point A, which was the furthest one away. We ended up having a little 3v3 battle. I think I like that sometimes because it also helps with choke points.
Yeah.
Or you have a sense of you have an idea of in which way the firefight's going to be. You know, whereas supremacy like this is just it's a free for all. You could be shot from any direction.
Yeah. Because
there's no points to capture, so to speak. Well, there is in this.
Territories, is that the one where it's like a tug of war? I think that's like I think that is, isn't it?
I can't quite remember, to be honest.
So
I think it might be.
Territories are supremacy. It's the other way around, but it's basically tug of war. You got to break the links for each team, but the winning team links everything up basically. I think that's the way.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
That was quite interesting. Again, like I say, it's you're more of a methodical shooter person than me. I'm a bit gung ho. I've been playing too many Call of Duty games, too many Battlefield games, and it shows in my gameplay style. I need to basically tone it down and be more methodical because that is a surefire way to get yourself killed multiple times in this game. I mean, it's like I don't lean. I mean, you can lean around corners and stuff like that, and I don't use it at all. So I need to basically train myself to be more methodical and be more patient. I mean, I've got a double barrel shotgun for God's sake. You know, that's typical COD fanboy, typical Battlefield person. So yeah, but that's what I like about the game. It's different, and I admire the developers for releasing the game because it's different. Where we're in an era now of Call of Duty and Battlefield, and these sort of games are a dying breed. They're more realistic games, and it's good. It's a very good game, and I will definitely be picking it up again and playing it and leveling up and exacting some retribution on those who killed me on this particular session.
Like me?
Yeah, like you. Definitely like you, yeah. Yeah. This is a nice map. We played a lot of this in the beta, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
we did. I just wish I could remember the names. Yeah, nice smoke grenade. Look at that. Call of Duty straight away playstyle. I didn't need to do what. So this is what I mean about the mantling there as well. It's see how it struggled slightly because there was a bench in front. I mean, I could actually mantle over it eventually, but there's parts where it seems to get stuck and it breaks the flow. But again, it's that mentality of keeping things flowing, whereas you've got to be more strategic. And again,
headshot.
The old famous headshot. Boom. So, I mean, in closing, I would give this game a thumbs up. Definitely give it the RageQuitters prestigious legendary gold award. No hesitation. It's a great game. There's going to be a lot of content coming for it. As Alan said in the nice little introduction he gave, there's going to be updates. It's going to get a lot of love in terms of content, and I think it'll be around for a fair while with this game. There'll be a lot of post-release support coming for it, which is good to know. So yeah, that's my take on the game. I'm not sure if we've missed anything. Oh, look at that.
Kill.
Just one in the back just to make sure. Any thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
No, I just second everything you've just said. I think I look forward to picking this up and playing it again, and certainly look forward to trying to increase my skills on it, because it's a competitive game that's fun.
Yeah.
And it's not too theatrical like the other games. It's more raw in a battle, and you get that sense of panic, which is it's always good fun to do.
Yeah, definitely. Right, hope you enjoyed our review of Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. This is Greg's.
And this is Blackbeard when I've not got a mouthful of ice cream.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and it's all good feedback for us, and we'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra.
See you later.